What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. Before we get started, I just want to wish all of you and your families a very happy and healthy holiday season. Jets, Rams. Jets are playing for pride, what little they have left. The Rams are playing for the playoffs. And it was an interesting game, a close game, but in the end, the New York Jets found a new way to lose, which is quite remarkable. And this is a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 14 years. But I didn't want to get mad. As a fan, you're kind of rooting for competitive losses, right? You're like, all right, lose the game, make it look good, competitive, and then you could say, well, let's get a premium draft spot. But if they win the game, great. They win the game, and the guys are happy. So I don't even care. But you watch how they fall apart, and you can't help but get annoyed. You just can't help it. Like on this stream, I'll joke around, I'll try and make things fun and entertaining. But the fourth quarter drove me absolutely crazy when you then realize that every facet of this team contributed to the loss. And they're coming up with new stats that are historically bad that will blow your mind. Like the Jets are only the second team in NFL history to not punt and score less than 10 points. The last 6 games, they've lost 6 consecutive games where they've outgained their opponent. Like, how is that even possible? So, some notes, and I'm not going to give you a lot of detail about the game because why waste your time and mine? You're probably over it and probably don't even want to watch this. But the Aaron Rodgers experience was, the game started out great. They had a 99-yard drive. They looked comfortable. They looked prepared. He looked athletic, mobile, accurate passes, marching right down the field. Overall, he played decent. He had the strip sack, the fumble, which is a big play. And also, it seemed like when he was going for his 500th touchdown, he was kind of forcing it to Davante Adams. He missed a wide open Garrett Wilson. And that's becoming a bigger story than anybody's really talking about. It's not the alienation of Garrett Wilson. It is kind of underutilizing him and not getting him more involved. And you see the frustration is becoming more and more evident. And now you're hearing it in interviews too, which is more alarming. As great as Davante Adams is, he's maybe here one more year, if that. Garrett Wilson's your future, man. He's a young rising star that you want to be here for the next 4, 5, 6, 10 years. And he's becoming disgusted and disheartened. And now you literally need your next head coach and general manager to speak with him and revive his faith in this organization, which is not going to be easy to do. The offensive line. Every friggin' guy on the offensive line had a penalty. That's an accomplishment, right? But more concerning was the injury to Olu Fashanu, where he's finally getting a chance to play. He's playing well. And you hope like hell this injury isn't serious because this is his first NFL offseason where you want to see him put on size and get in better shape and have that NFL offseason experience. And if he misses time, that's bad. Or if he misses time where he can't get coached up by the new staff, whatever else, quite disheartening. Then you have, the Allen Lazard experience where Malachi Corley's finally active and they don't even use him as a returner or a receiver. So Lazard has 2 drops. He catches a big pass late in the game, but they're trotting him out there because he's Aaron Rodgers' guy. The youth movement should be there. And if Corley can't get on the field because he's that bad, that's a bigger concern. You saw Breece Hall did Breece Hall things. You saw a lot of good things out of Conklin, which was a kind of another could have been year. Like you saw glimpses out of Conklin, but he's never had a chance to really showcase his skills because either the offense sucks or he's not being properly utilized. And now, what do you do with him next year? Do you try to bring him back? The play calling was, the Jets had a 10-minute drive where they came away with no points. So the red zone's always been an issue. Dumb penalties, illegal, an eligible man downfield, back-to-back plays, and all this other stuff. Complete disaster. And it's like, what else is new? Defensively, the Jets, I think, got a benefit for the offense being on the field so long that they didn't get gouged even more. Many times they're giving up 6, 7 yards a carry, did not generate much of a pass rush. Tony Adams had an interception, which was nice. Sauce left with a hamstring injury. But this defense at this point has to be completely rebuilt. They have no fire. They have no tenacity. They have no tackling. They're not very physical. They get pushed around a lot, which is sad considering where they used to be and where they are now. Special teams, another nightmare. You have the kicker that we had started to get some confidence in, missed an extra point, missed a field goal. Gibson fumbled the punt. It's like you look at it, and then you have the game management where in the end, where the Jets are trying to come back to tie the game, they're approaching the 2-minute warning. They don't even know if they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown on 4th. I think it's 4th and 4. They had no idea. Then they had a false start in that play. It's just like they're poorly coached. I'm not going to sit here and rip Ulbrich because why? Right now, he's a puppet and a punching bag. He's so far in over his head that you don't even it is what it is. But overall, you look at the Jets, They're just a losing team and a losing organization that can't get out of their own way. So you just can't wait for the season to be over, and you want to just see where does this team go with their general manager search and their coaching search, because they are a mess. They are a rudderless ship, and I'm an older fan, man. I'll keep saying it. This reminds me so much of the Kotite days, where this team is just lost. They have no idea what the hell they're doing on and off the field, and they need a savior because they need guidance. They need leadership. They need accountability. They need discipline. They need to learn how to win football games, and that's asking a lot from a front office and coaching staff. Because now you're wondering, when you're watching the way this team plays, how poorly have they been coached where they actually have learned bad habits and they have to be deprogrammed? How poorly have they been coached where guys that are here now and under contract don't want to be here anymore, where they've lost faith in the organization? And that's even more alarming. Man, I'm just over this experience. Like you just want to watch winning games. You want to watch competitive football in December. You want to be excited about a playoff run, going for the division. And now you find yourself once again jealous as you watch all these other teams enjoying success. Watch the Commanders, and the Jets are just at the bottom once again.